Welcome dear students. In this video lecture, we are going to solve a problem in sections of solids chapter under the category cutting plane perpendicular to VP and inclined to HP. Let's go and solve the problem. This was the problem what we are going to solve now. A pentagonal pyramid of base side 30 mm and altitude 60 mm rests on its base on the HP with one of its base edges parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane which is perpendicular to VP and inclined to base at 40 degree. The cutting plane bisects the solid axis. Draw the front view, sectional, top view, and the true shape of the section. This is for the problem. And like the previous problem also, here first we needed to draw the solid. Thereafter, by using the given cutting plane, we needed to cut the solid. And before drawing the front and top views, first we have to decide where should be the base will available. Here the solid is resting on its base on the HP with one of its base edges parallel to VP. So it's a pentagonal pyramid. When its base is resting on HP, its base view will be obtained in the top view. In the meantime, one base side should be maintained parallel to the VP. That is, in our top view, we have to maintain one base edge parallel to XY when we are drawing the base view of the solid. Thereafter, we can continue as per our regular duty. Now, let me to draw the base view of the solid starting from the XY line. Here, I needed to maintain one base edge of the solid to be parallel with the XY line. Like this way, I have to draw. And it is a pentagonal pyramid, so I need to mark the apex point. After marking the apex point, I have to join the slant edges with 2H pencil. It is a pentagonal pyramid, so it's going to have 6 corners, 5 corners in the base and one apex point. And then I have to project each and every corners towards the front view to draw the lateral portion of the solid in the front view. Now, the axis height of the solid given in the problem is 60 mm. So at that height I have to mark the apex point in the lateral view of the solid. You have to connect the slant edges and marking the corners in the lateral view. The edges O dash C dash and O dash B dash are invisible when you are viewing them from the front. So I have to draw these two edges with the hidden line format, that is with the dashed line format. Now the lateral view of the solid is over. Now I need to cut the solid with the given cutting plane. The cutting plane given is perpendicular to VP and inclined to base at 40 degree. In this problem, the cutting plane inclination is given not with respect to the HP, it's given with respect to the base of the solid. Both are same because the HP and base are parallel to each other, and also in this problem the base is resting on the HP. So we can consider it the cutting plane is inclined at 40 degree to the HP, and it's also perpendicular to VP. So the trace of the cutting plane will be visible in the front view. That is, we needed to draw the cutting plane as a line in the front view and cut the solid through the lateral portion. Let me to draw the cutting plane separately for my convenience with the 40 degree inclination. This is nothing but the pilot for a cutting plane, and now I have to estimate where the cutting plane going to meet the solid. This is also given the problem that the cutting plane is bisects the solid axis. Cutting plane bisects the solid axis. This is nothing but the cutting plane going to meet the solid axis at the midpoint. Then only this can bisect the solid axis into two equal parts, and the total height of the solid is 60, that is axis height is 60 mm. When you want to cut the axis and bisect it, you need to let the cutting plane at a point 30 mm from any one end of the solid axis. So at this range we are going to cut the solid with the given cutting plane, and now this 40 degree inclined cutting plane, no problem. So the 40 degree inclined cutting plane and cut the solid in this way. The cutting plane should be drawn with the HB pencil with a proper line format. Yes. In this way we can cut the solid. And the cutting plane is inclined at 40 degree to the base. How to mention this also. Now you need to mark the cut points. Whenever your cutting plane intersect with an edge, we have to avoid a cut point. Here we have start to travel from the left extreme of the cutting plane. Start to travel. The first intersection is there. Who is that? Edge O dash A dash. Edge O dash A dash. Here I am marking the cutting point P dash. So let's have a database for our future use. The cut point P is in the edge OA, right? And then continue your travel. One more intersection is there, and just examine which edge is passing over this path. It's O dash B dash. It's O dash B dash. So we can award one cut point here. uh, this can be Q dash. And please note the cut point Q is in OB. And continue your travel. One more intersection is there. Here one edge is passing O dash E dash. So we can award only one cut point, say R dash. So the cut point R is in OE. And continue your travel. Again one intersection is there. It's O dash C dash. O dash C dash. So I'm awarding one cut point, say S dash. So S is in OC. And continue your travel. Again one more intersection. It is O dash D dash. O dash D dash. So I am awarding only one cut point, say T dash. So the cut point T is in OD. So this is what the database for our future use. Keep it on side roughly. And now you have to decide which portion is the retained portion and which portion is the removed portion. So this portion which lies between the observer and the cutting plane, portion lies between observer and cutting plane, can be considered as the removed portion, and the other portion is the retained portion. We have to darken the edges in the retained portion. First to do that, hidden edges also having retained portion and a removed portion, so treat them like visible edges. Yes, this is nothing but the retained portion of the solid after sectioning it. Now project each and every cut points towards the top view and mark the same in their respective edges. Let's project them first, then we can mark. Now I projected all the cut points towards the top view, and now we can start to mark. For example, now I am going to mark the cut point P dash in the top view. Actually, the cut point P is in the edge OA. So track the projector. Whenever this projector intersecting with the edge OA in the top view, we needed to mark the cut point P. Here it is. So here I have to mark the cut point P. And similarly, you have to mark the cut point Q in OB. So track the projector of Q. Whenever it is intersecting with OB, you need to mark the cut point Q here. This is Q. And R. R, when you project R dash towards the top view to mark R in the edge OE, this will never intersect with the edge OE because these two edges in both front view and top view are perpendicular to XY and they are coincides with each other. So the projector from R dash never intersect OE in the top view. So in this type of situations, already I have instructed you how to solve this. See here, you need to draw a horizontal from this R dash towards any slant edge in the front view. Say I am projecting it towards O dash D dash. So mark a point here and then project the pointer towards the top view to the same lateral edge. So I marked it in O dash D dash. So I have to project and mark it in the same OD in the top view. I marked it in the top view here. After that, you need to take your compass and make O as center. O as center and the new point as your radius. Now draw an arc. Draw an arc towards the edge OE and here we can mark the respective cut point R. This is what the procedure to handle such situations. You can try them with proper compass tool with your paper. And then after marking the R, now I want to mark the S. Track the projector of S. We need to mark the S in the edge OC. So whenever this projector of S intersecting with the OC, we need to mark the cut point S. So here it is. This is nothing but S. And a T. Track the projector of T dash from the front view. Whenever this projector intersecting with OD, we need to mark the cut point T here. Okay, here. This is T. And now we need to connect all the cut points with straight lines with the HB pencil also. Starting from PQRST. Yes. In this way you can connect the cut points. And after that immediately we have to hatch the area bound by connecting all the cut points with our proper rules. So, and then in this top view also we need to highlight the retained edges. See, in past the edge OA is now only PA, the edge OB is now only QB. So the portion OP, OQ, OS, OT, OR are not exist now. So we have to leave this and you have to highlight the QB, PA, RE, TD and SC only as a visible edges. The meanwhile, the entire solid base edges are also currently in live. So AB, BC, CD, DE and EA are also need to be darkened with the HB pencil. We drawn these things with the 2H pencil from the beginning, because at the time of starting the answer we don't know what are all the edges will retain after sectioning the solid. So we have to darken the visible portion of the edges after connecting the cut points in the particular view. Now the work is over. Now we just drawn the front view and the sectional top view of the solid, and we needed to draw the true shape of the section, since the sectioned area showing only the apparent shape in the top view, because the sectioned areas surface and the HP are not parallel to each other. So if you want to see the original shape of the sectioned surface, you need to draw the true shape of the section in a separate plane, that is the auxiliary plane. The procedure to draw the true shape is as same as the previous problem. First you needed to draw the projectors from each and every cut plane which is perpendicular to the cutting plane. See, I am making the scale perpendicular to the cutting plane and project each and every cut points towards the top view area. Yes. After in drawing the projectors at a convenient place, we have to draw the auxiliary reference line which is parallel to our cutting plane. This can be named as x1 and y1. Now we have to mark the cut points PQ, RST in their respective projector at a distance equal to the distance between the cut points and the xy. Here, for example, this projector is for the cut point P, and that projector is for the cut point Q, and this one is for R, and that one is for S, and finally it's for T. Now I have to measure the distance of every cut point from the top view, the distance between the cut point and xy in the top view. See this distance from xy, the distance of the cut point P. measure it and mark the same in the with respect to the x1 y1. For example, approximately here the point P, and measure the distance between the cut point Q and XY and mark the point Q in the projector of Q at the same distance from x1 y1. I am marking them with the approximate distance only. In your paper, when you try with the proper tools, you can mark them exactly. And from xy, the point R is located this much distance. With the same distance with the x1 y1 in the projector of R, I am marking the point R. Similarly, the cut point S from xy, measure the distance with the same distance in the projector of S from x1 y1. I need to mark the point S approximately here. This is yes. And finally, for the point T, measure the distance between the point T and xy, measure it and mark it in the projector of T from x1 y1. This is T. Now connect all the cut points with the straight lines with the HB pencil. This is nothing but the true shape of the section. Now we needed to hatch the surface bounded by connecting these cut points. Now the work is over. This is nothing but the true shape of this section. So for the given problem, we just drawn the front view, sectional, top view and the true shape of the section. Try this with your proper tools in the paper. Thank you.